Hi, I'm Stasha Surdyke of Laguna Beach Foodies, and today we are meeting with Marlo Joseph Huber, the co-owner and winemaker of Laguna Canyon Winery. He's going to tell us a little bit about Orange County's premier and fully operational winery and explain a little bit, and maybe we'll get to taste some of their award-winning wines. Stay tuned. Hi, Marlo.
Hi.
Thank you so much for inviting us to Laguna Canyon today.
Welcome.
We are thrilled to be here and really interested in how Laguna Canyon got started.
Well, my story is quite unique. I grew up on a horse cattle ranch in the prairies in central Canada in a province called Saskatchewan, and most people have no idea where that is.
I know where Saskatchewan
is. You do? Oh, okay.
Yes, of course.
Well, then you know not to go there. Then.
I think it's changed since you grew up there.
Well, it's a great place to grow up, and you know, I've always felt a connection to the land, and you know, my father taught me to make things with my hands, but of course in the wintertime it's freezing cold, so what do? Well, you learn how to make wine, of course. And back then, you know, the wine, I didn't know what I was doing. You know, I tried it a couple times. It was horrible, and couldn't give it away to my friends, even the ones I didn't like.
Right.
And so I moved to Vancouver in 1989 in British Columbia, and I decided to take it more seriously. I've always wanted to be an American citizen.
Right.
And growing up 100 miles from the border in Saskatchewan, I just always looked south for some reason. I was pulled south and gravitating south and didn't know how I'd end up being an American citizen, but I knew I wanted to be here. And then when I got into the wine business, I thought that might be an ideal way to move south to California, to wine country. And so I became an American citizen. I'm a dual citizen now. And we have two brands. We have our Laguna Canyon Winery brand, which is our main brand. Mm-hmm. In fact, this is our new label. We redesigned it recently because we source really high quality fruit from premium vineyards in Napa and Sonoma. Our yields are around 2.5 tons per acre, so very low yields, which will help, you know, really super high quality wines. And you know, of course, it depends on climate and soil composition, but we always source from really good vineyards. Well, we opened up a new tasting room in downtown Laguna Beach last October, and since we opened up, over half of our customers have been local Lagunans who have never been to the winery in 6 years. So it's just been it's a much more accessible, and we're also capitalizing a lot more tourism and foot traffic.
Well, you have quite a facility here. Would you like to take us on a quick tour?
Sure. I would start with our crusher destemmer machine. Don't let it fool you. It looks small, but it'll actually crush about 2 tons an hour, which is equivalent to about 3 barrels an hour of finished product.
Wow.
So in that sense, it's pretty fast, but we use rubber rollers. It's very gentle on the grapes. And all the grapes that we source are hand-picked, so not machine-picked. So our theme is to be very gentle on the grapes and handcrafted California wine. So gentle picking and then gentle crushing. Our next step is our 45-gallon bladder press to separate the juice from the skins. And again, we only press one time. We don't press 2 or 3 or 4 times. We press very lightly at just one atmosphere of pressure. Well, after crushing and pressing, then we're going to ferment, and we can ferment in our steel tanks. We can ferment the white wines at a cold temperature, just above freezing, and we can also ferment red wines in our tanks. But if we want to put some oak contact on them, we'll ferment in our oak barrels. And fermentation in red wines can take up to 14, 15, 16 days, and for a white wine it can take up to 2 months.
And how many barrels do you actually have that you store?
Well, we had over 250 up until last year, but we're going through our inventory, and then we end up selling the barrels. But we always try and integrate 1/3 new oak into our barrel program. You know, after 18 months or 24 months, we're done barrel aging, we're ready to bottle, and this is our filling machine right here. Mm-hmm. It'll fill 4 bottles at one time, vacuum filler, and we also purge it with a little nitrogen gas right here on the electric corker. So that way the space between the cork and the wine is called the ullage. We'll have an argon gas protecting the wine so that it doesn't oxidize.
Right.
And then this is our spinner for putting on the capsules. We just put the bottle in here and spin it on, and we're all set. And then the last step after that is really the label, and that's what my brother's doing over there.
So this is one of your brand new labels.
Yes, this is our new redesigned Laguna Canyon label, and this is our labeling machine. And we simply take the wines from here right after we bottled, and we'll just roll them on one at a time. It's all automatic. And then over here is finished product, cased goods.
Case
In
goods.
fact, this pallet is going out to Georgia. So this is our wholesaling program. Rockpile Malbec, a Napa Chard, and a Napa Cabernet Sauvignon. We're still a small case production winery, and we like it that way.
Right.
I mean, we're growing, but we're never going to lose that attention to detail and the quality, from selling more wine. We're always going to focus on our theme, which is handcrafted California wines.
Well, speaking of which, can we see a couple of your lovely bottles?
Absolutely, come over to the bar.
All right. So Marlo, these are a few of your award-winning selections. Why don't you describe them for us?
Yes, well, we actually have right now we have 4 whites that we're pouring, and 11 reds, and 2 champagne, a raspberry and a brut, 2 moscatos, a white and a pink, and also a new release authentic Portuguese tawny port.
Really?
Yes, and then what we have here is we have some new releases with our new label on it. We have the 07 Los Carneros Meritage Bordeaux blend.
Right.
Our 09 Rockpile Malbec, and also our 09 Rockpile Petit Verdot. Rockpile's on the very northern tip of the county. The vineyards are at about the 1,300-foot elevation.
Really? Do you have anything available from these for tasting?
Yes, these are all available at both of our locations. The main winery, which is open every day but Monday, 11 to 6. And then downtown Laguna Beach at our new tasting room, 7 days a week, 12 to 7 or 12 to 8 on weekends.
Well, thank you so very much, Marlo. It's just been a delight to be here today and experience Laguna Canyon Winery.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us today at Laguna Canyon Winery. I'm Stasha Surdyke with Laguna Beach Foodies. Cheers. We'll see you next time.